Hi, everyone. How are you? Welcome to your weekly collective intuitive Reiki healing. This is for April 1st through the 7th. Can you believe it's April? This week is going to be interesting. It's leading up to our powerful solar eclipse on the 8th, and we're also still feeling the powerful energies of our lunar eclipse on March 25th. So, how are you guys feeling? There's a lot of really amazing new beginning energy, I'll tell you that. For those of you who are back, welcome back. I'm so glad that you found previous healing supportive, and for those of you who are new, welcome. The way that my weeklies work is I pull 3 tarot cards and it just sets the tone for the healing. Then I give about a 10-minute or so Reiki healing, and intuitive messages come up in the process. If you're new to Reiki or energy work, it's a powerful healing modality that will never cause harm. It will never deplete the giver or the receiver. It has nothing to do with my energy at all. I'm just a channel and a conduit. It's so powerful that it can be done at a distance, which is why we're together here today. And if you feel the call to come back and experience it again, I would say listen to that call. There's most likely a message you didn't receive the first time, or a new level to the healing that your subconscious is ready to unlock. And with that said, we're receiving a lot of this healing in that subconscious, which is 95% of us, that we're completely unaware of. But that doesn't mean that you won't experience conscious sensations, tingles, temperature changes, emotional releases, epiphanies, what have you. Whatever you experience is perfect, and it's just for you. So, like I said, we're in the eclipse sandwich right now. So, how are you feeling in this? Let me know. I felt like this lunar eclipse was also very powerful, a little bit easier for some to deal with when, in comparison to, say, the eclipses that we were experiencing last year. That was a lot, but there were a lot of emotions. It was very emotional for some people. A lot of us are very aware of our very deep old wounds, and it's time to let them go, or we might choose not to. We'll see. But this solar eclipse, this solar eclipse on the 8th is this really amazing, like, regenerative energy. It's there's a spark, there's an ignition. At the same time, it's about essentially the old world dying so that we can recreate the new. So it will come with some discomfort, and it's necessary. But if we can really sit in that frequency of love and our untapped potential, and how can I awaken more? How can I evolve more this week? That is going to be not only so great for us as individuals, but we are just going to be helping each other and the collective and the world so much more. So, off my soapbox. Let's pull 3 cards, you guys, for April 1st to the 7th to support this healing. April 1st to the 7th. My crown chakra just got really active all of a sudden. Woo-wee. What kind of messages are we going to get? There's 1. Thank you. Oh, 2, 3. Awesome. Okie dokie. So I will show the cards first. All right. We got the Devil. And I can't remember if I mentioned this before. This is the Shadowscapes Tarot. We got Justice. And we've got the Ace of Swords. All right, so the messages are already coming in really fast. So let's just prep for Reiki. I want you to just really encourage yourself to just be present in your own body right now. Push the to-do list off to the side and take a breath and just be with yourself. You can always sit, lie down, but you don't have to work when you receive Reiki, okay? It's just about your willingness. Now let's take a moment and thank the Reiki for all the healing that's about to take place for the collective. Whew, I all of a sudden felt like a really big drop and pit in my solar plexus. Uh-huh. I have a feeling I'm going to be getting some pretty specific messages for some of you guys today. So, the first thing that's coming up, which is just really fascinating, is just like all three of these cards together. I immediately felt kind of the energy of the dark feminine archetype. And if you guys are unfamiliar with feminine archetypes, the dark feminine is the relentless energy to help us seek our truth. It doesn't baby us, it doesn't coddle us. She wants us to be authentic, and she wants us to be authentic now. And that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like, and a little bit of a continuation off the previous healings in the past weeks, some of us are still holding on to some of that old world still. We're holding on to old behaviors or negative thought patterns, and that's still just a little bit of a thing. But what's different is I'm getting this dark feminine energy that's a little bit of like a spank on the butt, like a little bit of like enough is enough. It's all out of love, but it's tough love. You know what I mean? Whatever that might mean for you. Because what I'm sensing is that when we when we surrender, not give up, not submit, but surrender to the idea of doing something new, of doing something in a different way, justice will come. It will be the most fair resolution, that's the word. Resolution will come, whatever that means to you guys. Maybe more balance in your life, or maybe you'll finally feel like you're kind of over that hump and you have the momentum now to move in the direction. You have clarity, like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to go. But I'm getting big truth, and I'm curious that I haven't felt the throat chakra yet. I felt crown and I felt solar plexus for sure. The solar plexus, I'm feeling already very strongly that you're continuing to give your power to something that is not helping you at all anymore. This could be a million different things. So you search into your soul to really ask yourself what that means to you, okay? If we haven't been our authentic self for the majority of our life, our authentic self is going to feel very unfamiliar and uncomfortable. But when we really, again, surrender to it and allow ourselves to experience it, think of the long game. Think of how much more ease will come into your life when you know that you're truly being yourself. And you can say unapologetically, this is me, right? I've done everything that I can. I'm leading from my own higher self, my highest path. Right? Doesn't that sound nice? So last week was all about trusting your new beginning. Do you trust it? I kind of want to stay in that message. Some of us are still working through that. Do you trust the new beginning? Some of you can't trust it yet because you're still in the transition, like you're still closing off some loose ends, tying up some loose ends, closing off some chapters and doors. Let's tap in with your chakras. Hmm. Okay, guys, there are a few things, but really the solar plexus is calling out to me the most. I want to kind of swing back to the energies I was talking about us being much more aware of our wounds right now. Some of you might be in sadness or anger or frustration, discomfort somehow, resistance, stagnation, and you don't know why. Some of you are hyper aware of an old wound that you're like, I thought I've done the work on this. Jeez. It's not regressing, it's not coming back in the sense that you're thinking it is. It's showing itself once more. And I'm going to stick with this dark feminine energy because I'm feeling it. And again, guys, if you resonate with deities, the dark feminine can come in the form of Kali or Eris or Lilith or Medusa. Yeah. So a lot of like death into rebirth kind of energy, which is, it's ruthless, right? It's for our highest good, but it's not it's not the divine mother coming and holding our hand and going, here you go, okay, here, next step, oh, I'm going to rub your back along the way, right? It is it's time. Like it feels intense, and it feels like I'm actually feeling like some spiritual team and guides of some of you going like, are they going to do it this time? Are they going to trust in themselves? I think that's the thing. It's not even trusting in our external new beginning. Can we trust? Can we trust in ourselves that we've made the right decision, that we're learning, that we're evolving, that we're growing, right? Because what I'm feeling is that you're giving your power to the past right now. And the past is gone, you guys. It's gone. We can hold on to those lessons, but I I feel like I can say with confidence that we don't want to be living there, right? We don't want to relive these old wounds over and over again. We don't want to have the same behaviors. I mean, to be honest, you guys, I'm surprised that the strength card didn't come out because I'm feeling like it's time to be strong. And I know that you have the strength. Like that doesn't feel questionable at all. I think a lot of you are exhausted. I think a lot of you are tired, but you're strong. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that solar plexus is achy and it's moving up to our heart. It's going to be affecting our heart if we continue to give our power away. Okay. So let's take a breath from the heart center to the navel and just imagine this expanding and softening, softening, softening. Some of you are beginning to guard and armor yourself rather than protect yourself and trust in your own free will. Does that make sense? The difference? You know how I close all my healings of locking up our energy in our solar plexus to say what's mine is mine, but we're not putting on armor, we're not blocking, we're guarding. Are we in protection mode? Or are we in stay out? Like everything. Like I won't even let in the good. So I'm going to shut my heart chakra off. Some of you, that might be the case. I'm feeling kind of shaky when I say that. Is there some resistance there? Like maybe that is what's happening and we're not wanting to admit it yet. For some possibly. We've been through a lot. And so it's understandable It's understandable to want to protect the heart, but to guard the heart is a different thing. What are you giving your power to right now that you don't need to? I'm feeling like deep projection into the future and deep dwelling in the past. What's going to bring us into right now? Trusting ourselves right now. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm sorry the audio and video just cut out, so we're hitting a lot of energies right now. But I was mentioning some specific messages before. I'm just going to keep checking my audio just to be safe. Um, some of you, I think, are in a really hard situation that has to do with justice. And for some of you, it has to do with your children. You have no control over the situation, and that's really hard to accept. I understand that. But if you're in those big, hard positions like that, where you feel like you're between a rock and a hard place, the message is still the same. Sitting in your authentic truth, finding the truth. What can you accept? What can you admit to yourself right now that can help you move forward? Sometimes we just have to sit and go, okay, I accept that I'm angry, or I accept that I'm going back and repeating this negative pattern, or I accept that I am dwelling in the past and ruminating and replaying the tapes, And I'm also accepting the fact that I don't want that, and that I'm going to do my best to take those steps to move forward. Yeah. So let's take a final breath together, okay? I'm going to focus on solar plexus. If you want to focus on a white crystalline light, you can do that as well. We're not going to force our breath. We're going to really relax into our breath and hold at the top so that we can feel that color coming into our body. So let's exhale, get all the air out. Slow inhale in through the nose. Hold at the top, feel the golden yellow or the white coming into your body, and feel it fill up every single blood cell, every single square inch of your being, and really feel it help you to reclaim your power, clear what is hindering you, clear the stagnancy, clear it, clear it. And we are now empowered, so it is. So we're going to exhale, pushing out what no longer serves us. I'm telling you guys, I'm sorry for continuing to check. That was funny. Flying hair. I'm really feeling this dark feminine archetype energy. I'm feeling this kind of like smack on the bottom, and then when you're done, you're going to get a big hug. Does that make sense? All right, let's lock your energy up nice and tight. Again, no guarding, no armor. We're protecting. We're saying what's mine is mine, and what does not serve me, kindly stay out. You always have free will. You have the choice to give your power away, okay? Or to reclaim it. Guys, beautiful. Yep, checking again. I hope you found this healing supportive. Please like the video if you haven't. And if you haven't joined this community, please subscribe. Drop a comment down below so that we can all send each other love to our hearts, to our solar plexus, to whatever situation is going on right now. I'm really curious. Let me know. We've got some interesting stagnancy and also a really interesting, like, wanting to break through kind of energy, and I like it, you guys, and this solar eclipse is really going to help with that. Please share with someone who you think it would support. All the information about my one-on work is down below, including the shift, my new online self-love course, which is an unlearning course. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's short, digestible. It's a very different, unique methodology to approach. Highly recommend. My monthly breath work, Breathe and Be. You can join in live every third Thursday with me. You can also get the recording to practice throughout the rest of the month. All the links for that are also down below. My one-on-one immersion work, my intuitive energy healing, my Reiki trainings, anything you might be interested in, go ahead and contact me if you have any questions. And lastly, thank you so much for your donations, you guys. They mean the world. And if you have the means and you found this supportive, the links are also down below for that. So guys, I love you and I will see you next time.